Now we must confirm that the information we had sent actually went there. So let's see if we go to our online 00 web host, and let's go to our public HTML. Hopefully I am not signed out here, and unfortunately it seems that I am. So I'm going to let me move out of this. I need to log in here real quick. Let me not waste your time with the login system. I'll be right back after the login. Alrighty, we are back. So let me click on the public HTML. Now keep in mind that every time I do a test, it's been saving these text files. So there's quite a list of text files here. But let me just go to the very last one here, and let me check that one and click edit. Righty then. So what I'm looking for is the order ID, etc., etc. So let's see here, currency, amount. So we have 25.98. That's good. Let's go back a little bit, and order has been approved. Okay, so where is my description? So amount, reference ID. Usually the description is down here, I think, if I remember correctly. Okay, so we have an amount there again. That's the same amount. But where be my description? Okay, what I would do is this. Let me just copy this so I can use advanced search instead of trying to see this by eye. Paste this, and I'm going to change the view to word wrap so that I see everything at once here. And so I'm going to look for description. I think that's what it was. There we go. So description is here, and it's equal to order 13. Very nice here, order 13. So let's see if that matches what's inside our database. So if I go to my orders right here, click browse, let's see what we've got. We have order number 13. Very nice. And what is the amount? 25.98. That's the total. So let's confirm these things. So order 13, nice. 25.98. There we go. So that's the amount. Okay, so this is awesome. Now we can also check to see if the online version here saved things in the... Oh, we didn't actually activate that. Okay, so far so good. This is great. So all we need to do now is transfer what we have, because our system is working just fine. So what we need is to transfer what we have on the localhost onto the online server, and then that way we can see it actually update the database that is online with this data here, instead of just saving it to files. So I'm going to go to my dashboard here in the www.000webhost.com, click on the file manager and click on the upload files, and then we'll come to this place here. So for now I just want to delete all these, maybe I'll leave the last one. I just want to delete all these text files just as a cleanup measure, so that when we want to find a file, it's much easier to find. I don't know if I can use the shift key here. Apparently I can. Okay, great. So delete. Let's see. Oh, even that is taking a while, isn't it? What's going on? Seems like I cannot confirm that. Oh, I did. Okay, great. So I left a few more here. Let me just delete to make sure the last one. Now, since we haven't changed so many files, we can update our system without a problem. So there's nothing to update in the public HTML here. What we need to update is the app folder. And in the app folder, we are going to need to update our controllers and our views. So let's start with our controllers and update that. So controllers, in here, I'm going to click upload files. Now, when you're dealing with a system where you are updating your online version of the website, and then you're updating the local version. So usually you start by updating your local version, and then you go to the online version and upload your files. Now, it can get very confusing real quick, which files you've edited, etc., etc. So what I normally do when I'm working on live websites for clients is I'll write down each file that I edit on the local host. So I'll just keep a list of files. When I edit a file, I just add it to the list, and then once I'm done, I can go back. It will be easy to select the files that I want to upload because I know exactly which files changed, and then I also write the folder where those files are, because it can get very confusing very fast. So for now, what we want to do is, let's go to our controllers. I think it will be easy to remember, but sometimes if it's hard to remember what's what, just select everything from that folder, and there's no harm in replacing all the files. So let's see if this is going to work out. Okay, I can't really tell what's going on here. Uploading. Okay, so here it's telling me what it's uploading and removing from the list. Oh, now I see what's going on. Great. And also what we did change is the actually not inside core, but oh yeah, we did change the functions.php here. So upload files. Let's update the core functions.php. Upload. Okay, then we can go to models now. Let's go to models. The model we did change is the order class. I think that's about it in here. So upload. But anyway, if you do forget a file, it's not a big deal because you get some errors and you have your chance to fix them. The fact that it's working on the local version will tell you there shouldn't be errors on the live version. So if they're there, it just means you either missed a file or something similar. So views eShop. We didn't change anything on the admin section, I hope. So here let's just get specific files since there's quite a number of them. So let me go to views eShop. Alright, so we'll go through these and see what looks familiar. So let me just get everything that says checkout. No problem. And let's go down here a bit. What else? Shop, maybe? We must have edited that. Thanks. Not really sure if we need this, but let's throw in a few there. Just say open and upload. Alrighty then, this should sort our problem. Now keep in mind that this online version gets cached, so you may be surprised sometimes that you update your files but the website has not changed. It's still writing the old stuff, etc., etc. So in such cases it becomes difficult to deal with, but we'll see if we do get the caching. We'll see what we can do to try and fix that, because otherwise if you just wait for the cached files to run out, you may be waiting for some hours, which may not be very good. So here, let me go to my website itself. Let's go to the dashboard and view site, right click. Let's see what we will get this time. So if my files are not cached, then we will get the new view and so on. So I can test this by just going to the shop version here, the shop page, because on the old version we had buttons down here on the shop. So if I happen to see any buttons there, then I'll know that the website is still cached, and that will be a bit of a problem. Alrighty then. So let's check this out. So far, it doesn't look like that's the issue. Alright, so while it's doing that, I can right click here and add to cart. I want to open a new page so that I can watch this load with my slow internet. This internet is terrible. Okay, so let's wait for this one to add to cart. Yeah, that's how bad. Okay, so let me pause the video here for a second, or maybe not. So let's go and check out, shall we, as quickly as possible. And let's come back here and inspect. It seems we don't have buttons, so I think we are in good company. And there we go. So billing to, let's just write some random values here. Country, that's my country right there. Home address. Mobile number. And as usual, some text. Yes. Now let's click continue, and let's see what page will come up. So we have a summary as expected, and now if I hover on this, let's see, oh, that's a post. Select a payment method below. Very nice. So at this point we have saved data into the database. So while this loads with a very slow pace, I can go to my PHP My Admin. So let me just click on PHP My Admin for now, so that we have two things to look forward to. So pay. Okay, maybe it was still loading. I'll give it some time. And here, new database, there's one database, so I can click manage PHP My Admin. Alright, the database has loaded. So let's see what information we have in here. So I will click on my database name. Okay, so it doesn't look like the speed has improved much, but at least we have something. So I'll right click on the orders just to get it in a different tab, but I want to check what's inside payments as well. So let's click on payments. That's the most important one, actually. Did I click? Is it loading? I can't really tell. Let's see about this one. Okay, so while we check our database, let's go back to our payment system and click here. Actually, because we haven't completed this section, we shouldn't find anything in the payments yet. All right, so there we go. I may have mistyped something here, so redo that. Okay, so waiting for payment confirmation. Anything different here? Nothing. Okay, seems like it's loading now. This one still pending. Okay, so we have nothing in here. No transaction ID, no date, no raw data. This, however, doesn't look very much like what we have on the local host here. Let me go to payments first. So as you can see here, we have quite a different table to the one online. So to avoid problems, we must export this and import on the other side. So export, and let me just click go. Now let me select a few custom things here. I want to just select the data on its own, or the structure, sorry, on its own. So structure and data, no, I just want this structure. And hit go. Save. So this will not do, definitely. So I'm going to go back here, click here, and delete the payments table so that we can add the new one. So I'm just going to select payments here and click drop. No need to select actually, unless I was going to use that, but are you sure? Yes. So payments table is gone. Let's click import. Now we have that. This I think has gone to my downloads. So let me click browse. In the downloads I should have payments, payments.sql. File not found. Sure, I should have clicked on the file and waited. Okay, then we can hit go. So obviously when exporting, if you want to get the data as well, you shouldn't change those options, but I just wanted the structure. So just give it a second here. Now okay, not what I was expecting, but are there any errors? That's the most important thing. Doesn't seem to be any errors. It's just the loading speed that is terrible. That's why the CSS is way behind in loading. So let me just refresh. And meanwhile, this is waiting because I don't want it to find a faulty table. However, if I all recent payments, orders, I can't really tell if things worked out here or not, so I just have to wait for the loading here, painfully so. Let me remove that. However, on the other side, I'm sure it has loaded, so let me click on payments. Let's see if we get a better looking table. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Ooh. Okay, just looks silent completely there. But I'm guessing everything went well because I didn't see any errors. So I'm just going to go ahead here and pay now while I wait. Okay, so seems like things are processing as intended. And then we should get a redirect. Okay, very nice. Thank you for shopping with us. Your order was successful. So I'm guessing things went well here as well. So let's check. Okay, so the table did work out, but let's refresh now and see if it saved something. Fingers crossed. Deep breath. Hopefully there are no errors. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. How about here? Nothing. How about here? I can't tell if it's still loading or not. Click again. Let's see. Okay, finally it's loaded, and it did save our data. Very nice. So now you can see there's an amount here, $12.99. Hopefully that's the amount. Order number 5. And what else? If I come back here and check the orders, I just need to check if it tallies. So far so good. Amount and description. Where is the description? Where is it? Okay, so we don't have a description here. We just have the order ID, which is order 5. So all we have to do now is find a we just need to put an if statement that is going to compare the two, this side and the other side. So right now it seems like orders did not save that order, and I think I know why. That's because we don't have one column here called description, which we have on the localhost. Because if I go to my localhost here, you will see that I have a description column, but I don't have that on the online version, and this is why I'm sure it boycotted and did not save the data. So instead of having to import, I think I can just change the structure a little bit. I don't know which of the two takes less clicks, but looking at the slow internet speed, maybe I'm better off importing. But let's try and add a column here. Let's just say after user URL, let's add one. Let's add one real quick. Okay, so we're going to call it description, and it's going to be a variable character. Let's try 20, and let's hit save. Meanwhile, we can go back to continue shopping and try again. So this time let's get something that's 20. Let's try $12.99. Maybe we can add a few more items here just to see what happens. Let's get back and let me add these prices are quite low. Wanted something more substantial. Let me add this. Okay, adding. Great, let's go to the checkout. Meanwhile, in here, if I click browse, I should see that we have the description table column there added. Very nice. So I'll go back here and let's add something. Okay, there we go. Okay, and finally some text, and hit continue. Pay. So at this point it should have saved in there, so I'll click pay. There we go. So if I come to my orders here, if I click refresh, I should see something new. Okay, so while that happens, okay, there we go. So order 5 was saved. Great. So this is a problem because we didn't save the previous order 5, which was supposed to be order 5. And here we have another order 5, isn't it? So we're going to have a conflict here because the other table had not saved the data that we wanted. So let me just delete this one in the payments just to make sure we don't have a conflict with the other one, and I'll leave it there. But conflicts are fine because as long as, even though there are several payments in this list, it's okay because it still signifies that the customer paid. Whether there are 2 or 3 records of that payment is okay. So click pay here. Alrighty then. So thank you. Everything is done. So I should find a payment in here. Let me refresh. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. And no payment. Click again. This just confirm. Oh, finally. There we go. A payment. Goodie. So if I look at this, I have 22.98 and then I have order 5, right, in the payments table. So this record here was saved by PayPal, PayPal's API system. So not the website, but PayPal. And then we just need to compare with our own information that we saved here, which is order 5, 22.98. So let's come back here and check again. Order 5, 22.98. So this means the user actually paid. This is how you know somebody paid. So all we have to do is read this record and read the other one and compare the data. If the data is exactly the same, then we know that somebody paid. Okay, so what's left now is to go to our profile, the user's profile section, and actually put a check mark there that this order was paid for. So we're going to do that in the next video.